Hello everyone, I'm Evan Kamiko. 20 years of IUS TV continues right now. Each week, join myself and an expert line panel dissect the latest sports news from some of the nation's most elite college programs here in Bloomington to the biggest stadiums and stages around the world. Stick around because we got a great show for you coming up on the Toss-Up. It's my least favorite holiday ever this week, Halloween week around the country, and the IUS TV sports tradition still stands. We've been doing this for a couple of years, but we're bringing it back because why not? This week we're breaking down the best jerseys and court designs from the NCAA and professional sports. Because, you know, what does frat kids do? They just wear jerseys to party, so why not? Welcome to the panel, Spencer Hoffman, Anthony McClain, and Ben Polonsky. Guys, who are we wearing and why? Spencer, I'll start with you.
We have a nice 2004 Kobe Bryant West All-Star jersey. I'm from California. I'm a huge Kobe Bryant fan, and the All-Star game happens to be around my birthday every year, so it all just kind of worked out.
There you go. Anthony.
Same thing. Early 2000s, number 8 Kobe jersey, man. Classic purple. Can't beat it.
And Ben, that's a great jersey, but I know you're not too happy about it.
No, I happened to lose a bet on Monday when the Celtics lost to the Bulls, so unfortunately I'm wearing a Bulls jersey today.
So, Spencer, let's start with you. Now let's actually get into jerseys. Actually, before we do that, I'm wearing my Justin Fields jersey. Big win Thursday as teased in HSN. So, go Bears. Robert Quinn's gone, which is kind of a bummer, but I can talk about that, but that's not what y'all want to hear at home. Spencer, I'll start with you. Who's got the best NCAA jersey? Like, what comes to mind as a classic college football or basketball jersey?
Classic college football. I got to go with the Stormtrooper white University of Texas. Full uniform. All white. It's crisp. It's clean. It's been that way for 100 years. Plain white, burnt orange writing and letters. Can never go wrong with it.
And I see you're shaking your head. I know you agree, but give me something different.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But I'm going to go with the sissy blue Ole Miss jerseys, man. Those are clean. I just love – blue's my favorite color, especially whenever it's that light shade. It's just clean, man. Especially it contrasts really well with the red.
Ben?
Yeah, I'd have to go with UNC. Just it's such a classic Caroline blue with the white and the silver, the stripes. It's just a classic jersey. It's one of my favorites.
And before we talk about courts, I'm surprised you guys didn't say, Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, Notre Dame, Alabama, some really classic ones. But, Ant, let's talk about court designs and aesthetics because some of these schools really take in the environment and everything. What do you think of a court or a football field stands out to you?
If we're going to talk about court, I'm going to say Kentucky. I love just that block that they have at each end of the baseline. It's just a really good look, and it's iconic. And then for fields, I'm going to go Boise State, blue field, man. It's an easy pick.
How can you not? Spencer, I know you agree. Ben, we'll go to you.
Yeah, I'd say for basketball, I really like Kansas. They got the big Jayhawk on the field and then on the court, and then they got the red and blue stripes around the court. I think it's just a great environment, especially.
Spence?
Basketball, we're going to go with FIU. There's some nice palm trees that are kind of on the field. And I like the creative colors and the bright lights. And then football, I've been big on Tennessee's field this year. The checkered end zone, they're playing great. And, yeah, Boise still probably has the coolest field of all time.
You just stole mine, but why not stick here? The classic Indiana basketball court. How can you not? Yeah. The red and white, the logo, Indiana on the baselines. Like, how can you not? In football, man, you took my Tennessee one. So I'll go Ohio State, the big O in the middle. It's just a classic. Shout out Michigan as well. Speaking of Michigan and Ohio State, they're rivals. Let's talk about rivalries. What is like one rivalry that jerseys stand out more than anyone else? Ben?
I think it's got to be Boston Lakers with the green versus yellow. They don't like to change the jerseys a lot because of how iconic it is, but it's just an iconic matchup.
Any NCAA one? I know that's professional.
Maybe I'd probably say Duke UNC, just the battle of the blue.
Smart.
Yeah. If we're going to talk about NCAA, I'm going to definitely go USC UCLA, baby. It's a great rivalry, man. Just the gold and the maroon and then the gold and the blue. It's iconic, man.
NCAA, I'm going to go with the unique one. I'm going to go with the Army-Navy game every year. Just unique uniforms out of both schools to represent their branches of the military. I always find that a very fun game to watch.
That's solid.
I teased it earlier, but I'll go Ohio State and Michigan. No matter whether Ohio State's in white, Michigan's in white, or vice versa, red and black, or maize and gold, it doesn't matter. It's Ohio State, Michigan. Shout out, maybe this is like maybe some like Texas and USC, some 2006 World or national championship throwback. Who knows? But those are two that they just stand the test of time. Ant, we'll move on with you. Who's got the most unique alternate jersey? And please try to avoid Oregon because they have so many.
Whew, for a unique alternate jersey, I'm going to have to go with a really recent one, the Halloween special Tennessee jerseys. I don't know if you saw them, but they are clean. I saw them today on Instagram, man. I'm excited to see what they look like in them, bro.
Spencer.
I'm going to go with I believe it's 2019, the LSU purple with the white helmet. Joe Burrow looked great in those. Probably threw for 500 yards like he managed to do every week, and can never go wrong with purple and gold.
And a little gritty from Jamar Chase in the end zone. Ben.
Well, I was actually going to say Oregon, but
You can still say Oregon.
well, I like one of their jerseys. It's all blacked out, and then they have this like green stripes all over it. It just looks like, especially when the lights are dimmed, and it's just such a cool jersey.
Mm-hmm. I didn't really think of this answer for myself, so I'll skip this question. But the last one, Indiana, we're known for not having a mascot. So if you could trade any mascot in the country, Spencer, what mascot would you bring to IU?
So a lot of people may or may not know this, but IU used to have a bull as the mascot many years ago. So I think...
Was it a bull or was it a buffalo?
It was a bull. But I would go with the Colorado Buffaloes. I would love to see Ralphie run right across Memorial Stadium for every kickoff. Would maybe get the crowd going a little bit.
But the crowd would still leave in the middle of the first quarter.
Yes, they would. But we could try.
We could definitely try, Anthony.
It may not match with Indiana, but I really like Richmond Spiders. I just love Spiders as mascots. It's just menacing. It's cool as hell, and it's just like it's really rare to like spiders.
Why is the spider menace? Like, why is that specific spider that's all just like blue menacing?
It's just like kind of reminds me of Spider-Man. Like I don't know. It's just like the kid in me. It just like pops. I don't know what it is.
Ben, I'm gonna have you bring us home, but my mascot that I want to bring, I grew up a big Badger fan, so I'm gonna bring Bucky the Badger to Indiana. I know that Wisconsin's in the Big Ten, but Bucky is one of those mascots that I just grew up loving. I had a Bucky pillow pet once upon a time. So I'm gonna bring Bucky. Ben, take us home for the A block.
All right. I think we need something more intimidating to show everyone that we're here. So I think we need something like the LSU Tigers. Like we need like a real life animal as our mascot and just show them who we are.
You could also throw Bevo in there. That'd be really cool. No? Why no?
I don't want to disrespect Texas, though. I want to leave him where he's happy. And leave him in Austin, right, where he's nice and warm. They don't do good in the cold weather.
That's fair. But you guys look happy on the panel, so stick around, because coming up after the break, Dylan Traeger joins us for some top Indiana jerseys of all time. Then we break down some professional jerseys and courts. Stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're now going to send it to our very own Dylan Traeger with more on the top 3 IU jerseys of all time. Dylan?
Thanks, Evan. What's up, Hoosier fans? Dylan Traeger here with IUS TV, and today I'll be ranking the top 3 Indiana Hoosier jerseys of all time. This took a lot of thought and consideration, but at number 3, we have the white Indiana baseball jerseys with the red pinstripes. A really clean-looking jersey overall that somewhat represents a Philadelphia Phillies red pinstripe jersey. Coming in at number 2, got to go with the classic Indiana men's basketball home jersey. I got to say, I love this jersey. The Hoosiers have been rocking this one for years and years, and I see no reason for them to stop wearing this one. We should see this jersey in action Saturday at 3 p.m. as the Hoosiers have an exhibition game at home against Marian University. And saving the best from last, from the 2016 Armed Forces basketball game against Kansas, the commemorative jerseys that were dedicated to those who served during the attacks on Pearl Harbor. The jerseys feature a camouflage look on them, and instead of last names, the jerseys display the word courage. The 11-seed Hoosiers wore these jerseys as they defeated the Kansas Jayhawks in double overtime. looking to see some continued success for the Hoosiers men's basketball team as they will take on Kansas in December down at the Allen Fieldhouse. That's all for my top 3 Indiana jerseys. I'm interested to hear yours. Evan, back to you.
That's a great question, Dylan, and I'm not sure mine, but I'm going to ask the panel because we have him here. Guys, what's your favorite all-time IU jersey? Ben, we'll start with you.
I really like the 2016 Army jersey. I just think it's so unique, and you won't see that often.
Ant?
Give me back to the mid-2010s when we had those helmets that were chrome, the chrome striped helmets, man. Why did we get rid of those? What's going on with that? We got to bring those back.
No, they didn't really play that well with the chrome, but they're not playing well now. So
I mean, doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Spencer?
Give me back to the camo football uniforms. Those were just beautiful to watch and played a little better than those that we're playing now.
They were. I'll give mine the celebrating black culture a couple of years ago that they did. I believe it was 2019 into 2020. They did those. They looked really nice. Even last year with the flowers, those basketball jerseys were just a treat to watch. But we're back on the panel. If you didn't get it already, that's Ben Polonsky, Anthony McClain, and Spencer Hoffman. I'm Evan Kamiko. We're now going to break down some professional jerseys because why not? The NHL just dropped their reverse retro. And my goodness, they were awesome. So I'm going to ask you guys what your favorites were. But because I'm the host, I'm going to go first and be selfish. Florida Panthers, they had an unreal jersey. It was a nice, baby blue with red and the beach. And that's going to be my new NHL team because the Blackhawks are so bad. So, Ben, we'll go to you. What's your favorite reverse retro jersey?
No bias, but I really love the Bruins retro jersey from 1995. It has the bear right in the middle, but it still keeps the natural colors that the Bruins are known for.
They did call the bear Meth Bear at one point, or
Yeah.
maybe that was like the Meth Tiger for the Nashville Predators. But Anthony, what do you think?
I'm going to have to go with the St. Louis Blues. I just love that color scheme with the red and the dark blue, and then the yellow. It's just clean. It's clean.
Just clean?
It's just clean.
Just clean. Spencer?
I'm staying with my hometown team. I'm going with the Kings. They're beautiful. The purple, the white, the yellow. It just reminds you of the great one when he played for the Kings. And can never go wrong with purple and gold.
No, you definitely can't. Honorable mention really quickly, though. San Jose Sharks, the Seals one, the blue, the yellow. It just all came together really nicely. And the Ducks. I thought the Ducks had a really cool one. They had a great one 2 years ago, but, they changed it, and it's just, the Mighty Duck, but whatever. Let's move on. NFL, Anthony, I'll start with you. Which NFL team has the best throwback jersey? Because we all know about the original ones, and most of these teams just keep getting worse.
Yeah, it's been a crazy season. But I'm going to have to definitely say Kelly Green Eagles. That is one of my favorites. It's dope, and they're bringing it back this year. I can't wait to see Jalen Hurts ball in it.
Spencer?
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers in
Creamsicle?
the creamsicle uniforms
Yeah.
might be the most beautiful jersey of all time.
That's it? Just the most beautiful jersey
It just
of all
might
time?
be the most beautiful jersey I've ever seen in my life.
That makes two of us. Ben?
Well, I actually really like the Dolphins. I think that teal, and then they have like the orange and the red stripes on the helmet. I think it's just a really good retro back to Dan Marino and stuff.
Give me a red Pat the Patriot jersey. I thought
I was
that
gonna
they
say
rocked them a couple weeks ago. They looked really great. Tom Brady was jealous about it, but whatever. Tom, you get to wear creamsicle next year. I don't know what camera I'm supposed to look at right now, but he gets to wear creamsicle next year. Anyway, let's move on. NBA. All of these teams have different courts, and especially with the city jerseys that they're able to bring in and change the court design. So, Anthony, who's got the best court design in the NBA?
I would have to say the Suns. They really change it up, and I really like the Valley edition as well. They go like all black. It's just really cool, and it gives the continuity with like the jerseys.
Spencer?
The throwback Memphis Grizzlies court with the Grizzly in the middle, just very aesthetically pleasing and menacing.
I'll cut in really quickly. I'm going to go with the Utah Jazz, but not the new crap that the jerseys right now are so bad. But the old stuff, the purple, the mountains, it's all great. Stockton and Malone. Ben?
I really love the Hornets. They have the big hornet in the middle, then they have hornets in the corners, and then the outside of the court, it's one of my favorite colors of blue, and it looks like a hornet's nest, so it's perfect.
Really quickly, you already answered this, and you said it was Lakers Celtics, so I'm going to skip you on this question. But Spencer and Anthony, best rivalry jersey in professional sports?
Yankees, Red Sox, pinstripes, and the Navy when they wear them. You can never go wrong.
Anthony?
I'm going to go with a really old one. Let's take it back to the 70s. Raiders-Steelers back in the day. I love that rivalry. It's a dirty rivalry. It's very competitive, and those teams were dominant back in the day.
All right, let's bring it home. Out of any new jersey that's dropped in the last 12 months, there's been a lot of them. Who has the best jersey in all of sports? Spencer?
I've been struggling with this one. I think it's got to be the Kansas City Royal City Connect jerseys. The navy is beautiful.
The water fountain one?
The water fountain. I like the blue. I like the navy. I think the navy is a beautiful color. I had another pick, the Angels, just because of the
Good
story
pick.
behind the
Good
Angels
pick.
one. But both of those City Connect jerseys are absolutely beautiful.
If we're talking City Connect jerseys, I'll go with the Rockies. Anthony.
Give me the Bengals. Those white Tiger uniforms, you can't compete with them, man. And their regular uniforms are also just drippy. It's not even a question.
Ben, bring us home.
Yeah, I'll take the Celtics. They changed to a darker green, and then they have this white cursive writing, and then they got the Bill Russell 6 on it. I think it's just iconic. And
A lot of the statement jerseys the NBA are going with, like the third ones that are kind of the throwbacks, have been really nice with the old Nike logo. But Spencer, Anthony, Ben, thank you so much for joining the show. And that's going to do it for this week. Be sure to continue the discussion and follow along with us on Instagram and Twitter at IUSTV Sports. With that, there is one thing left to do, so toss it up. Find out if we'll catch it, and I'm not going to catch anything, and we'll see you next week.